Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get into this one immediately, okay? We got conspiracies, we got these twats out there that we're gonna talk about, and apparently there's this video of an alien twat that was captured on camera all the way back in the 1930s, and this one is now coming out, and people are like putting like AI to use as well, and with the help of AI we're clearing this video image and all that, and we're gonna get down to this one, and I will show you in the entire clip as well. Like the video if you like it, subscribe if you're brand new. It's gonna be Bafflemania up in here, boys. Roll it.
Life is a Black Mirror episode.
Imagine mentally serving 10 years of prison time in just 10 minutes. A scientist is working to make this happen. Let me explain. Cognify, developed by Hashim Al-Galahi, is a futuristic approach to criminal rehabilitation that combines AI with neuroscience. The technology involves implanting artificial memories directly into a prisoner's brain, making them experience their crimes from the victim's perspective. The rehabilitation session lasts for several minutes but feels like years to the criminal due to the altered perception of time within their mind. This
you're telling me they're gonna not use this for something bad? Well,
intense experience aims to induce emotional states like remorse or regret, which some individuals may not produce on their own. Supporters of Cognify say it has the potential to revolutionize the criminal justice system by shifting the focus from punishment to rehabilitation.
Yeah, there's no way this technology is not going to be abused.
Yeah.
Speak out against a broken system? No, we're going to put some artificial memories into your brain so that we can condition you to think the way that we need you to think. Yeah, this is only...
Now, in a perfect world, if I want to be like optimistic with this one, if they use this technology for good, you know that's not gonna happen, right? But in a perfect world, they use this technology on criminals, let's just say, and they put like false memories into their brain and try to get them to feel bad, and if they genuinely feel bad after, and it turns out that they're not gonna commit the crime again, well, that's a win-win, right? So they feel bad for it, right? They've done 10 minutes, I guess, in the real life, so their punishment is cut. But and next time they're not gonna ever do that crime or any crime. Yeah, it's good, but still, I mean, let's be real, right? There are so many different degrees, right? For example, how the victim is gonna feel about it, right? That the person that committed the crime to them, or what if the victim is no longer there? What if the victim is dead? What if the victim's family finds out that, hey, this criminal killed my daughter, my son, or my brother, my sister, my you feel what I'm saying, right? Like my family member, right? How they're gonna feel about it that, yeah, he was just let go after 10 minutes because they implanted all these false memories
going to be used on
to make him feel bad, essentially.
Criminals in the criminal justice system. And good thing that system is perfect, right? Because there's not innocent people that are incarcerated. No, this isn't going to be used to take people's free will away, their ability to be free thinkers outside of the system. This technology would not be used to become the worst epidemic of human trafficking and slavery the world has ever seen. There's no way. Because history has told us anytime we develop technology, it's only used for good things. Why would anyone try to build this? Artificially implanting memories so that you'll experience emotions that maybe you otherwise wouldn't experience? This is great though, because we can take young men, young women, artificially implant memories, put them in the military, let them experience 10 years of torture against some fake enemy that we can make up, and then set them loose, turn them into attack dogs. What are we doing? Who is working?
Yeah, right, like this is gonna be, what's the term? The sleeper agents? Yeah, I mean, this can be used for sleeper agents too. Oh, shit. To make more sleeper agents, right? Like that was a big thing. I'm not sure if it's still a thing or not. Probably is, let's be real, but...
On this technology. Just because we can doesn't mean we should.
I think all of the fears that he mentioned there are completely legitimate fears. This will absolutely be used for some nefarious stuff. But the point I want to touch on is where he said that they're going to install new memories into the prisoners' heads. If we develop that technology, that will be the point where we can no longer be sure if we're in reality or a simulation. The simulation would have to start by installing pre-built memories into your head to give the illusion of a fully lived life. If they develop this technology, you'll never be able to know if you're really truly you or if you're just some simulation with pre-installed memories.
He was in the living room chilling.
Shout out to Barry Stepp, shout out to all these people recording, uploading these TikToks and getting our minds blown, or essentially put, getting us baffled.
When he sees this, a man named Jason explains that one night while relaxing on the living room sofa, he saw what looks to be two girls who had broken into his backyard. What he saw left him terrified.
Uh-oh, so we got the paranormal stuff as well. This right here? Holy. Hey, whoa. Hey, tranquilo, tranquilo, mami. Tranquilo. There's this as well, right? This is the normal person, I guess. This man, I guess, recording. Yeah, there are two.
Two pale girls can be seen watching him from the window, but one of them quickly vanishes out of view, while the other one continues to make demonic faces. After a while they vanish, and when he goes to check, he sees no one there. Many people believe it could have been a skinwalker, but let me know what you think.
I know those girls. That's methane and methamphetamine. Why was that guy just filming? Why do these people not call the police in situations like this? If you see two women come up to the door in your backyard at night and then one of them disappears, you're probably about to get robbed. You better call the cops. They probably ain't out there alone either. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, and
like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe.
NASA finds cotton candy planets. You think I'm joking? From NASA.gov, cotton candy planet mysteries unravel in new Hubble observations. Super Puffs may sound like a new breakfast cereal, but it's actually the nickname for a unique and rare class of young exoplanets that have density of cotton candy. Look, at least they told the truth right here on the last sentence. They said, nothing like them exists in our solar system. And here we go, real Hubble images of these cotton candy planets. Look, they make sure to put little old Earth right there to show us that we're so insignificant. Really? Cotton candy planets. What's next? Unicorn nebulas? No, but for real, they're probably going to tell us that we traveled to the cotton candy planets and we found unicorns walking around on the cotton candy surface. They just love playing games with your imagination. This is the best thing I have heard since.
Scientists say Uranus, as in the planet, smells like rotten eggs.
And how do they...
So, does that mean that there's also a planet full of gold? Probably, right? Probably, after all. Gold did come from space, right? I believe it came through meteors. I could be wrong. I'm not a scientist, man. I'm not a scientist. Listen, any scientists watching this video, let us know, bruh. Let us know.
They know it has the consistency of cotton candy. Do they have satellites with arms and fingers and they go up there and go,
yeah, can a brother get it?
Or are they just selling you dreams with this, like they did with this? Don't you remember when they were like, we found northern lights on Jupiter, but they used the same picture of Jupiter for 2 years before? We gotta stop letting NASA feed us these cotton candy fantasies.
I just thought this was hilarious. What ridiculous lie will NASA try to feed us now?
But okay, alright, like, can a brother then perhaps get this, like, cotton or this candy from this planet, like an organic one, right? Like, can a brother get that? He brings
up such a good point, too. If they did find something that had this cotton candy appearance, how in the world would they possibly know that it also has the density of cotton candy without the ability to place some sort of instrument there and actually measure the consistency? They're either guessing or just flat out lying. And it's NASA we're talking about, so my guess...
NASA means not a straight answer, so there you go.
Distilled water isn't good. Well, you know what's funny is I'm actually drinking distilled water as we speak. So that is a myth. Distilled water is the old, you better stay away from that one. And the reason they tell you to stay away from distilled water is because distilled water is pure water. It actually says on the label that this is for an electrical, what are we? An electrical battery. All the tap water and alkaline waters and all these goofy waters they try to sell you at the grocery store, all of those are just clogging up the body. That's what it is. It's all just got a bunch of ingredients. Turn the bottle over and read the ingredients. It's got a bunch of synthetic calcium.
Yeah, like, I don't get it. I was, for example, right, like, a month and a half ago, I was in Miami, and we bought, like, water. It said, like, sparkling water or pure water, something like that, right? And that tasted, like, salty. Or, yeah, it didn't even felt that good. And it was like $5-6 US. That's paper, man, and that's like approximately $8 Canadian. That's crazy. You guys in Miami, you guys crazy, man. You guys crazy, bro. It's really expensive down there, man.
Synthetic magnesium, synthetic all these other Rockefeller vitamins, and it's not pure water. And that's why people get all bloated when they drink all those waters. But distilled water is pure water, 0 parts per million. It's pure as it gets. It's the beautiful water. And if you want to add a pinch of sea salt, you can, or whatever else, but I just drink it all day. You just have to be aware of when you're purchasing any water, who you're purchasing from. Go look up who owns the company, and it gets really interesting who owns all these companies. If people are suffering from gut issues or imbalances in their stomach, distilled water.
I didn't know that they say you shouldn't drink distilled water. I've had a ton of the stuff. I used to work at a marina a few years back, and it was one of those big KOA campgrounds where we rented out golf carts and stuff. And I'd have to fill the batteries on the carts every other morning with distilled water as a part of my...
Listen, man, all I'm saying here is that in my mind, I'm thinking about like Alex Jones, okay? Like he once said that the water is turning the frogs, yeah, okay? And if you said that, yeah, that's the only thing that's coming to my mind with that, man. The water is turning the frogs, yeah.
My routine maintenance procedures. If it was hot outside and I got thirsty, I would just drink right out of that gallon of distilled water that I was using to fill the batteries with. I don't know if what he's saying is true, but I've certainly had enough distilled water that I can say it's not going to hurt you. You're not going to have any negative side effects.
Flinders Rangers Joan Crawford believes aliens visited her farm near Wilmington, and she says she's got the evidence to prove it.
In a remote part of South Australia's Flinders Ranges, a strange 32-foot circle is etched into the grassy slope of the hill. Owner of the property, Joan Crawford, says it's the remains of an incident back in March witnessed by herself and a neighbour, which she's certain was an extraterrestrial visit.
I saw this enormous light and I stood there, and it must have been 5 to 6 minutes. My legs were like half-set jelly. I was so scared.
These photographs show the circle and other small...
I need the detectives on this one immediately. I need the internet detectives. I need the Reddit investigators on this one immediately, okay? Because this is the, what's this called? The crop circle, right? The crop circle. When did that happen? It feels like that this happened like a long time ago. This video feels old. UFO left 32 feet circle in Flinders Range, Australia, eyewitness report. So it does feel old.
Patches soon after the incident, but the marks haven't faded. Whatever happened here that night has left an obvious scar on the face of this hill.
Yeah, it's
now 7 months after the incident, and while Salvation Jane is abundant, where the original marks were...
My guy just murdered a mosquito like that. He just did that casually on camera. Damn, homie.
Vegetation still refuses to grow.
It is dead, the grass is dead, and on the circles there's nothing growing.
Yeah,
Jones reported the incident to UFO investigators, but in the meantime, she's at a loss to explain what happened.
I told my neighbours and they all laughed at me, bar my grandson Wesley, who thought, well, if we can go to the moon, they can come down here.
John Philp for Newsworld.
It's not very often that you get a UFO account with evidence like this to back up the claim, and that lady actually seemed like a believable witness. She's telling her story to the news while explaining that everyone she's told so far thinks that she's crazy. I doubt that if those are the reactions she's getting from her friends and family, that she would be anxious to keep lying if that's what she was doing.
Have you ever heard of the name Brady Fiegel? Never heard of it. Luke Rogers sent this to me. This guy on Instagram who goes by Bopek. He was talking about Brady Fiegel, plays baseball, minor league baseball. Yeah. 6'4", bright red hair, the pitcher. And there's also a guy that plays minor league baseball named Brady Fiegel, 6'4", bright red hair, and is a pitcher. And they're not related.
I've seen this.
They've even done DNA testing.
What? Just wait. Dude, I don't get that.
Papi, cállate, papi, cállate. Tranquilo, papi, tranquilo.
Be real. I thought you were going to tell me they played for the San Francisco Giants. And I was like, no way! Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And they fact-checked it.
They fact-checked it.
What are the odds of that, I guess?
I don't even know.
Someone had to have run the numbers. That's an astronomical odds.
Hold on, listen to this.
Sound similar?
Yes.
No!
Yeah. They did a side-by-side, 2 separate interviews.
Okay.
Outside of my family, I didn't think there were any Feigels. Look, we have to...
Dude, that feels like a this is the closest thing that I've ever felt to a simulation in my life.
This one guy said. He's just like, we're in a simulation.
I think that's just a great example of a doppelganger. The name being identical, though, that's a bit harder to explain. It does...
there is no way, bro. There is no way. First of all, I love these theories. I love these conspiracies that we might be in like, what's this called? The simulation, right? Let's be real. Nobody knows, though. Nobody knows. I'll say that much, but I don't... do I believe it? Nah, absolutely not. I don't think we're in a simulation. Love these conspiracies, but imagine we are, though. Imagine we are. It would be crazy if we are, right? Like, but I don't think we are. Thoughts?
Almost seemed like the simulation messed up and printed the same guy twice, doesn't it?
What do you believe in? Narco waste disposal? Mexico, August 3rd, 2024. What the hell? Is that Dexter? Dexter Morgan? Yo, I'm on season 6 right now in Dexter. Yo, arrest! That's Dexter Morgan! That's Dexter Morgan! Pow, son! What just happened? So he's now walking. So he dumped, felt like a body.
Yeah, that didn't look suspicious at all.
You may have heard of the plane crash in Brazil where 62 people passed away and there were no survivors, but I don't know if you heard about who was on this plane. 8 of these passengers were cancer doctors, and there was a
No, don't say they found the cure and that's what happened to them. That would be one of the biggest conspiracy ever, because how many times you hear a cure, so and so found the cure, and then the next minute they dead.
total of 15 cancer doctors, 7 of which happened to take a different flight. All of these doctors were going to the same conference. Now there was another passenger, a lawyer, and she would represent people that were in lawsuits against airlines. You may have seen the video and wondered what makes a plane fall out of the sky that quickly. They're currently investigating it and we have no information, but they reported no emergency and the skies were clear as far as we know. And I'll be sure to keep you guys updated the second we get more news.
If they reported no emergency and there's no immediate answer as to what went wrong, I can't help but think that this was crashed on purpose. I don't know that for sure. I'm just guessing. But this is starting to sound as suspicious as the...
Yeah, like the way it fell, it's crazy. So clear skies, weather was good, everything's and so, but so far we don't know what happened. And you're saying that the pilots didn't call in for Mayday. That's bizarre. That is very, very odd. Any pilots watching this video, yeah, let us know your take on it.
Missing Malaysian plane that was carrying those patent holders. It sounds like the exact same situation. It looks like these teams of important people need to start traveling in smaller groups.
You will soon be eating cloned meat and you won't even know about it.
Nah, please don't, man. Damn, homie. You'll soon be eating cloned meat without knowing it. Nah, bro.
Already followed the food professor. He is a great source of information on Canadian food. So Health Canada is preparing to permit the sale of products derived from cloning without mandatory labeling. The reason that they're going to be approving this is they have determined that there is zero health risk in consuming this type of meat. Sure, there's no health risks. However, I believe there should be mandatory labeling on...
Labeling 110%. There needs to be labeled that this is fake meat, this is real. They don't even... Yeah, bro, like, don't even put those catchy phrases or try to sound like that it's good for you and this and that, right? Don't try to fool the public. Just put, like, fake meat, real meat, okay? Simple as that. Simple as that. If you want to buy fake meat, good for you. Good for you. But if you, like, I don't want them to be like, hey, this got like 10 extra grams of protein, you know, buy this one. Yeah, if they do that, bro, that's crazy.
Anything that's unnatural. As a Canadian, we should have a choice of what we eat. So if it's genetically modified in any kind of way, there should be a labeling saying this product is genetically modified.
Absolutely.
It's also said that the clone meat costs more than creating regular meat. So why in the world are they doing it in the first place? And why are they pushing hard to get it onto Canadians' plates? Here's the section on cloning. Is an expensive process. This type of...
That's different, kind of stupid. They probably have a motive to do it. If it's expensive and they're still doing it, if it's more expensive than the real meat, why are they doing it, right? Like, duh, there's got to be a different motive behind. There's a motive behind for sure.
Product is not reaching the store shelves in the United States, Japan, and New Zealand. To close, this last paragraph says it all. Without mandatory labeling, offering consumers a truly informed choice becomes problematic. We have witnessed similar issues with genetically engineered GMOs. Health Canada appears poised to embrace technological advances impacting our agri-food sector without adequately considering consumers' rights and preferences. This is absolutely shameful. I would 100% recommend you send an email to Health Canada and say you are not okay with not labeling anything that is deemed to be unnatural. I'd love to hear from you in the comments section.
Yeah, no, that's
Thanks
wild.
for watching.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Nothing they do makes any sense. It's more expensive to make this fake meat, and people are struggling to put food on the table already. Let's roll it out. Nothing they say makes any sense. They want us off of meat and eating bugs because they say that the red meat isn't healthy for us. But it is if they grow it in a lab and they claim it's identical to the real thing, then isn't it just as bad for us as you claim the real meat is? They don't make any sense at all, and that makes stuff like this really easy to...
Exactly. Guys, I want to show you this one as well. Shout out to UFO Sightings Daily for this one. Check this.
Guys, welcome back. We're looking at an AI picture corrected of a alien or creature in the woods in Alaska. This is normal right here. This is actually a screenshot. I took a closer screenshot. We'll show you the farther away one, which is slightly different with AI. Now look at this. You can see this figure, this small 3-foot high figure in the woods.
When the AI corrects it, I'm not sure if you guys ever played that game by the name of Little Big Planet. It used to be big during the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 3 days. It was on PlayStation 3. Yeah, when the AI corrects it, it looks like a Little Big Planet character.
It's in Alaska from the 1930s. Hit that subscribe button. This is the full photo itself. You can see the sky, the trees, the little person there. And I just want you to...
It really is from 1930. God damn.
See the whole photo there.
Hey.
Now, this is not AI corrected here. This is just normal. I want to show you normal for a few minutes. The guy said his father would often go very far, tens of miles back into the Alaska outback. And he one day saw this small human-like creature in white. And he followed it. He followed it through the woods until he could finally get a photograph of it. And he got one photo of this creature before it ran off and disappeared and he couldn't keep up. This is from the 1930s. Pretty good photo for the 1930s, right? Anyway, the person sent it in is his grandson, and he says, I don't know what it is, alien or Bigfoot or whatever, but
no, there's no way that's Bigfoot. There's no way this is Bigfoot, bro. This gotta be Littlefoot, man. This gotta be Littlefoot, or maybe a baby of Bigfoot. Maybe. Look at them trees. It's so small, man.
I want to check this out with AI. So let's look at AI. Now AI is on the right and on the left is normal. This is just a screenshot. This is a closer up screenshot, I want to say, because AI takes a different outlook on things. When you are closer to it, it looks a little bit different than the outcome if it was further away. So here it is right here. Look at that.
Yeah, you got the shadow as well.
Like a small white alien to me.
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't necessarily say the AI knows its color. I wouldn't be shocked if it was like a small little gray alien though. You know, it's odd. It's you look at them trees and this thing is very, very small. I'm assuming this is either like 3 or 4 feet in comparison, because yeah, some of these trees, these are the taller trees, right? Like the very slim and tall trees. So yeah, these are very big trees. So this gotta be 3-4 feet.
Okay. Now here,
but I don't think with this photo we can determine the color of the skin of this alien or whatever this creature is, because the picture is in black and white, 1930s on top. So the AI is just trying to correct the image. So yeah,
is farther away. This one looks a little bit different. However, you do see the focus of the trees. You see the bark on the trees, and it looks like one side, the right side of the alien, right side for him, is blurred. As if it's cloaked, as if you can't see it. It's just cloaked by something.
Yeah, like right here, huh?
A smudge or a cloud or a mirror. It's weird.
Oh, this one?
But you can see the bark on the trees. I mean, that's how detailed this AI is. You can see the bark on the trees. So is this an accurate depiction of the alien, or is the earlier one?
I would say not necessarily accurate, but it does just adds a little more, like, you know, you get another perspective, I would say, with this situation, with this image.
Remember, the earlier one, I took a close screenshot of it just around the alien, no big trees and stuff nearby. But this one with the trees and everything, perhaps AI is focusing on the trees, and it doesn't focus as well on the alien itself. But it does look like this is a successful capture of a small alien about 3 feet.
Guys, check out this video on the screen. This is the last episode that we've done. If you enjoyed this, you're gonna love this one. We had a lot of baffling clips in this one. Check out this video on the screen, and I will see you right there.